We are discussing about now the mind. So this is, like Heston, you mentioned about reading that book of the Secret. It's a phenomenal book. If you, that will take you in a journey of how our human mind, how our mind works. Okay, so that is what we are talking about. When you start a business, then you are driven either by anything you will do, since you are morning, you are starting a job, to starting a business. Very different between a job and a business is, always a job is driven by fear, and a business, if you are to start a business, do something, it is driven by dream. Very, very different, guys. This is something, if you are clear, then whatever I will tell you in the next slide will make a lot of sense. Okay, so when you say fear, means what? Fear of not being able to put food on the table is what drives us to go and work for somebody else. Okay, and work for somebody else means what? In work in somebody else a business, that means work for somebody else dream. That means usually these people, okay, if you are in a job, we work for these people who already have built a business. Okay, we work in their business.
Yeah.
So this is a fear. But when you start a business, there is no fear. You are not driven by any fear. Why not? Because let's, for example, in today's appointment, if you would not have come to these appointments tonight and night at 9 o'clock, if you decided that no, I want to watch television, I want to spend some time with the family, you could have. Why? Because you don't have any fear. Fear means what? If you do not come to this meeting, what we are having now, uh, that you will not be a sort of a worse off. Okay, why not? Because you are not fired, and only because you are coming to this association, or to this meeting, or you came to this meeting, doesn't mean that you started to make money. You are definitely not going to make any money after you just finish it. After an hour, uh, nobody is going to pay you any money. Okay, so what does that mean then? So businesses are always based on dreams and aspiration. You want to go somewhere. That's what drives entrepreneurs or businesses, unlike a job where it is a fear driven. So that is the reason why it's very, very important. Okay, but most of the time what happens, our dream always dies. Okay, when usually, around, I was reading somewhere that 80% people lose their dream by the time they get to the age of 20. Okay, can you imagine? 20, that means when you just about to start your career, or you started a career, just at that time you lose your dream. Why? Because you start your career, even if you have big dreams of, let's say, owning big houses, or expensive holidays around the world. But then what, when you start your job, because most of the time we start with a job, then what happens? You feel like, okay, no, these are not real. Okay, so that means our dreams, whatever our dreams, what we have or what we had, these are all shattered. Okay, um at the age of 21, when you start our own career, you feel like, okay, it doesn't make any sense, and you just you know do the same thing, and no point of dreaming big, and I will never have that big house, or that lifestyle what other rich people have. So that is the reason why we suggest that first you have to crystallize your dream. Okay, write down your dream, whatever your dream had. If you had ever a dream when you are a baby, when you are a kid, okay, just go back to those days and write those down. Okay, someone inside you will tell you, hey, Christopher, hey, Heston, forget about these, man, this is not going to go real, be real. Okay, so someone inside us will tell. Okay, but do not listen to that person. Why not? Because if you listen to that person, you'll always have a fear. It will drive you for rest of your life. Okay, we are not saying that you just to give up your job. No, still, when you are back on the ship, then go back and work. Definitely, that is putting food on the table. But we definitely want, when you are starting this business, when you have some kind of a dream, or you had a dream some point of time, So rekindle that dream. That is very, very important. And write it down. Have a something called a vision board. Okay, vision board. I think I showed someone, Heston or
Yes,
Christopher,
yes,
um,
yes, sure.
about my vision board. One of my our vision boards, that's another one on the refrigerator. Very, very important. Not only, it's about all your material things. Okay, whatever gives you happiness. Okay, for example, you are going to, let's say, get married. So let's say your marriage is something in your, how do you, what kind of a qualities you want in that girl. Write it down. Okay, your health, ideal health, how, what kind of a health you want. Okay, so everything, yeah, life is not about, you only making money, money, money. Okay, not really. Okay, life should be packed with all different experiences. Okay, it will not, money will not make sense when you do not have a good relationship with other people. So the family is important, love, and relationship with others, family members, very important. Okay, keep it, keep it there. Okay, put some pictures. Okay, pictures of success. Okay, what success means to you. Okay, your accomplishment. Okay, where do you want to go, 5 years, 10 years down the line. Okay, so this is extremely important for you to crystallize. When I say crystallize, means what? Down within yourself, in your mind, there is a dream somewhere. You have just have to take it out and put it in a piece of paper or in a picture format. Where do you want to see yourself? Do you want to, do you see yourself as a crorepati? Okay, as a millionaire? Well, when you talk to your friend and say that, okay, one day I will make a 1 crore rupees an annual income, forget about your friends. You yourself will laugh at yourself that, okay, forget about it, I will never have that. You may think that your neighbor can be a crorepati. You know that your relatives could be crorepati, but not you. Okay, why? Because we always have a low self image. Okay, so the only way you can realize your dream is first to have that dream. So whatever the dream, what you had when you are a kid, very, very important that, to put it down in a uh, piece of paper. Write it down. Okay, and put it up in picture format. Okay, what gives you happiness? If in if you have enough money and enough time, okay, given to you, okay, what would you do? Okay, or if somebody comes and tells that, hey, you have 1 year to live, and here goes 100 crore rupees, and do whatever you want to do. So what would you do? So that's your dream, that's your passion. Okay, so put it down in a piece of paper. Write it down. We call it a bucket list. Okay, listing it down, and put it on picture format somewhere. Just stick it down. Okay, let other people laugh. Let your inner self, somebody else inside you, will be laughing at you. But you just have to force yourself to do it. Why? Because as Heston, you are watching that or reading that book of The Secret, you'll understand that that is the secret. Okay, that whatever we visualize, okay, whatever we see in our mind first, then eventually physically we will get that. Okay, so a written down goal is extremely, extremely important. Now, I may talk, the whole night to you about this important, but it will not make any sense to me. I just wasted my time, and you guys also wasted your time just by listening to me. If you are not implementing what I am telling you now, whatever I am telling you is not also my ideas, or I am not a genius in this case any way whatsoever. Why? Because these things are taught to me as well by my mentor, and he was taught the same thing by his mentor. So that is a program called BWW system which teaches us that. Okay, so you just have to follow what is proven. Okay, so that means this is a formula. That is a formula for secret. Formula, this is gravitation, law of gravitation. It's a formula. It will happen. If you question that, okay, if I jump off in Goa from a 100-story building, I know I want to die. But if I jump off in Mumbai, I will die. It will never happen in that way. Why? Because the gravitation, that law itself remains, you know, remains the, this is this truth, or the law is there as a universal law that will be applicable, doesn't matter which place on earth you go. Okay, so exactly the same way this thing will work for you. Okay, if you know, you go back, you know, whatever we are discussing, if you do it, okay, just sheer faith that hopefully it will work. Okay, and do it on a daily basis, just write it down, you know, every day revisit your goals. And then after 5 years, 2 years, 5 years down the line, you look back and see, oh wow, okay, things are very different. You know, I have a different lifestyle. How come, you know, all things, did it miraculously change? A lot of people will tell you that, you know, after 2 years, after 5 years, hey Heston, you are very lucky, or you know, Christopher, you know, somehow luck worked in your favor and you become successful. There is no luck. There is always a planned event. Okay, things, what, there is a formula there, there is a process there. If you follow the process, anyone could be successful. Okay, you just have to follow. So, but the sad fact is, there is 80% chance that whatever I'm telling you today, you will not do it. 80% chance. Well, how do I know that? Well, that is the statistics. As a matter of fact, it took me 7 years. 7 years, I did not do that as well. Okay, so if you do it, you will be humongously successful. Okay, if you don't do it, I'm sorry, you will be also a statistics. You will also be, you know, in the business, you join the business, after a month you will quit the business and you will be going somewhere as well. If you will tell everyone but yourself that business did not work for you. Okay, because we don't want to blame ourselves. Okay, we blame the whole world and outside people that did not work for me. Okay, so three things very important: write down your goal, break it down to plan. Okay, that means step by step, how I am going to accomplish that goal, that becomes a plan. And then I have to take massive action. This is the formula, guys. Anything you do, not only this business, anything bigger you want to accomplish, it's a very simple strategy. Okay, first, have a dream, break it down to a goal. That means if you want to have a dream, let's say in your bucket list, okay, you have dream of, let's say, traveling all around the world, or dream of building the biggest ever house built in Goa. If that is what your dream is, then you just have to set it up as a goal. What do I mean by goal? Goal is when you set a deadline of when do you want to accomplish. So a dream with a date becomes a goal. So just put a date there. Okay, when you are writing it down, by, you know, this date, this month, this year, I will have this. Okay, now you must be thinking, okay, how can that be possible? Well, how is not something which you have to worry about, but you have to just focus on the end result. Okay, what you want. Okay, the how is the nature. We call it nature, or call it an universal energy, or a force, or we call it God. Something works in the background to work it for you. Okay, so goal, and then write it down, and you know, break it down to a plan, and then back it up by action, is what the success formula. That is, it's not such a difficult equation. So when you start a business, okay, most of the time, okay, now you guys, right now you don't have a job. That is something you have a more time. But our kind of a, you know, sort of lifestyle, or a 24 hours is already fixed in a way, isn't it? That means you already have, you know, family commitment, you have your TV commitment, your household things, what you need to do, your job commitments, you know, for those who have jobs now. So we already have things around us. Now the business comes in, because business is a very small thing for us. Okay, so now what happens is, most of the time, okay, Even if we have all the dreams and goals and everything is planned out, then when you are at this action thing, plan backed by action, you have to take action. To take action, you need time. When do I need to take action? When do I need to do? Okay, then we'll talk about how, what exactly you do. But when is also you have to allocate some time. When you are allocating your time, you will be fighting between all these factors, okay, which is already present in your life. Okay, so other things, okay, it's not that 24 hours you are just sleeping or you don't have anything to do. No, you are already doing things. Okay, so now you have brought in something else, a small thing, small business. Okay, you have a bare small belief that hopefully it will work and hopefully I'll make some money one day. I don't know whether this will work for me, and you doubt yourself, you doubt the business, you doubt Kevin or myself or Arush, you doubt everything. I understand that. Even I was doubting my own brother as well. Okay, I understand that. Okay, however, if you have started a business, okay, if you are not committing or you are not putting that efforts of developing the business, then it will never be developed. That is, any sort of any Tom, Dick, and Harry can give you that answer. Okay, so that is the reason why you'll see that most of the time people do not know how to manage their time. They become an hobby IBO. Okay, hobby IBO means what? IBO, we call it independent business owner, or Amway business owner, you can say. Okay, hobby. So business is as a hobby. Okay, I feel like, okay, oh, I'm not doing anything, I'm available at 9 o'clock. Okay, you come in out. Well, next time, oh, well, I'm not feeling like doing anything, and then I may come in. Or I'm really busy, I have a TV show, no, I cannot come, or I do not want to do any activities. Okay, so business becomes a hobby. But most of the time you'll see people who say that, okay, I was in this business, I never made any money as well. You'll find some people do telling you that. Okay, or you may also tell that after some time as well. Well, I was in Amway, I was registered by Kevin, but I never made any money. Okay, is that something you are going to tell? Well, there is a good chance that you may. Okay, why? Because you, anything you take it as a hobby. Hobby means when you feel like doing something, you'll do it. When you feel like not doing anything, you won't do it. So when you take it as a hobby, it pays you as a hobby. That means whatever you do as a hobby, does it pay you? I don't think so. Okay, hobby means it, you do it because you know you like it, or casual thing for you. But when you take something as a profession or as a passion of yours, you just get deep into it and start to work in it, then you can be humongously successful. As I was telling someone the other day, that just imagine, okay, Virat Kohli made took cricket as a profession, and we took cricket as a hobby. Who made money? It is Virat Kohli who made all the money, not us. But we did play cricket, on the street. We never made any money. Why not? Because we took it as a hobby. Okay, we just for an enjoyment we did it. But he spent hours together practicing and going to different matches and harnessing the skill set, and that's where he is now. Okay, so just like is anything we do in our life, if we get into it and get focused in it, you will be successful. Okay, so now let's talk about the company, briefly about the company, which we have already discussed about it as well. But let's talk about the Amway as a company. There is no question about this company's sort of a background and how strong it is. Okay, now these are all published statistics, like 4.3 lakh crore rupees they have given out to people like you and me, or 780 patents. They have operation in 100 different countries. That published, written published statistic. 100% satisfaction guarantee products. Okay, any product you buy, you are not happy, you can get your 100% money back. Okay, no questions asked. Okay, now second thing, in India's business, if you see, okay, turnover is how much? Over 2000 crore sales. okay, in India. Operations in 1998. How much they have invested already? 600 crore rupees they have already invested. Okay, so that means I hope you look at these statistics and you are kind of amazed that these are very strong figure, and you are just partnering with a company which is not a small rinky minky company. This is a humongously successful company. Okay, now the company also publish the statistics. What is the published statistic? They tell you that, hey Heston, hey Christopher, when you go platinum, that means when you are at a 10,000 points level, okay, and for 6 months you maintain that level, which you will be called as a platinum. And if you maintain that level for 12 months, you are called a on those platinum 10,000 points level, 12 out of 12 months. They publish the statistics, okay, that minimum, this is a minimum income what you will be generating, they are saying is 76, and that is the minimum they have given until now. Okay, maximum is few lakhs a month, but minimum in 76,000 rupees is the minimum they have paid. Okay, so now this is published. Emerald, when you have three people, they are saying that minimum you will be making close to 2.7 2.7 lakh, uh, it's around 3 lakh rupees. They are saying that three people, three organizations, you build to three platinum, so you help, first you go platinum, three people you help to go platinum, this is the income what you'll be making. Diamond, they are saying that you are making 7 lakhs, this is the minimum. Again, diamond is way above that. Diamond income is way above 1 crore rupees, but they are saying minimum you'll be making that kind of an income. Now, these are statistics, guys. Do you think these any of these incomes, okay, may help you and your family and your loved ones and dear ones, and you deserve this? I think absolutely everyone, each and all of us, along with your own job commitments, along with your own family commitments, if you are in the side putting your spare time, if you are able to make roughly 1 lakh rupees per month income, I think it's a very pretty good income. And if you did not take you 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 year, let's say it took you 5 years, should not take so long. Even if you make your time 1 lakh rupees additional income, you are making, you are dead slow in the business, you are lethargic, but you just see that, okay, no, I want to make some money, I don't want to put a lot of time into it, I will take it as a hobby. When you take it as a completely as a hobby as well, but you are consistently doing few things, you may accidentally go platinum and in 5 years time and make 1 lakh rupees per month income. I think still it is good. Why? Because without leaving your job, in 5 years' time, not even at your job, I think they will get you an increment of 1 lakh rupees, per month of increment. Okay, 1 lakh rupees per month means that's around 12 lakh rupees annual increment. This is not something which many people will get. Okay, so even if you are dead slow, still it's a better proposal. What do you think, Heston? Is that a good proposal?
Yes, definitely. It's the
Yeah.
awesome proposal.
So these are all published statistics. Okay, so this is not something made up. So there's so much of you know money. So these are sort of money calculators. So you'll get all this information in there as well on this official brochure as well. Okay, so now is your time. Okay, you are deciding to get started into the business, or you have started your own business. So you will be doing two things now. Okay, you will be committing yourself for a self growth, and then a business growth, or business will grow as you grow yourself. What does that mean? Self growth means all our human mind, this small little brain what we have, that brain itself will take you where you want to go, where I want to go. Okay, so that brain is always in you know our income. is always proportional to what we think we are capable of. Okay? So now you are getting to get to this kind of an income, okay, as a passive income. Okay, that means when you're here when you're making that kind of an income, your mind starts to reject it first. Okay, even if you are seeing that it's a very good income, your mind will reject. Why? Because you have never seen that. Okay, that means you may have seen that in your job, making, working that hour and making that money, but working in, part time, spare time, creating a pipeline of income, creating a continuous flow of that kind of an income is a never probably you would have seen. Okay, that is money coming in 1 lakh rupees or 3 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees, that annual income keeps coming in without you putting effort. Eventually, not initially. Initially, you have to put efforts to build a system, but eventually, so that is never uh, recorded in your brain. So, how do you think that your brain will start to believe that is possible? So, there are three things which can help you. One thing, first thing is reading. Okay, just like the way, I think Heston, yeah, Heston mentioned that he started to read The Secret. I don't know about Christopher. Christopher, did you or are you reading any book? Because I don't know whether Kevin has passed you on any book or did I?
No, I passed him this book of the 21st century in some modules as well.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. 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 Okay. So those books are quite crucial. Okay, there are so many books. Okay, one I'm reading a book called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Okay, that is a super powerful book. Okay, there are so many books, but all these books, okay, will not help us at all until whatever we are learning from this, we implement it in our life. Okay, that's very important. Reading. Second is listening to audio. Okay. Now, Heston, I understand that your audio, you are not able to play that. Is that
Yes,
so?
yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Because I have to check that, and because I have quite a few audios I wanted to share. I think probably some setup I need to change so that you can listen to those audios, because there are so many audios which I think Kevin has already passed you some YouTube videos. I haven't have
Yes.
it.
Yes, he has. He has.
Okay, have you already finished those?
No, this the recent ones which he sent me. I didn't go through. I went to a few which he had sent earlier,
Okay.
and in the morning I was going through one of the uh, videos he sent me. I think yesterday he sent me or day
Hmm.
before yesterday. Yeah. So
Right.
I went, yeah, to some
Okay.
videos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So because you have to deeply, engross yourself in changing this brain. This is we call it a 3 pound brain. Pound means, this is in weight terms, the weight of our brain, 3 pound brain. So this brain, you know, has to be taught, and we have to the self-image, or what it perceives, or what it thinks that we are. It has to grow bigger. Okay, and that is ordinary not possible, or people outside do not know how we can be successful or we can change our life, but only through this process of programming our mind, of listening, reading, and the third thing is associating is what? Associating with other people. For example, this Saturday, you are coming, or in that group, you have been introduced in that WhatsApp group. I think Kevin has introduced you. Now that group is a group of entrepreneurs. Okay, that means people who are already they have their own career, but on top of that, just like yourself, they are also started a business. They are also passionate about their future. They want to build a secured future for their family and friends. Okay, So that is the reason why you not need to be in association with people who are going somewhere in their life. Okay, and surely you will get the vibes, get their vibes, and you can start to now train your mind. Okay, so that is extremely important. So if you hang around with people who are drug addicts, what will happen? 1 or 2 days, you may not take drugs. Third, fourth, fifth day, you will start to take drugs. If you hang around and always go around with people who are drunkards, every day they drink and then they don't know where they are, then what happens? First day you may say no, I don't drink. Third day, fourth day, fifth day you will start to drink, and then sixth day you will be also a drunkard person. What does that mean? That means our association always determines where we what is our thought process and where we want to be. Okay, so it's very, very important that we stick to people who have a dream so that we can catch on a dream. Okay, it's very, very important that we slowly disassociate from the people who are dream stealers. Who are the dream stealers? Unfortunately, you will find a lot of your friends and family members who may come as dream stealers. What does that mean? In my case, one of my very close friends, he used to laugh at me. Here comes a millionaire. Here comes the businessman. He used to laugh at me at workplace. He was a close friend, but he was making fun of me. Okay, so you will also come across people who laugh at you. Okay, who would not. I don't know why, but sometimes people do not believe in the vehicle what you are on, or sometimes they don't want you to become successful as well. And what if you become successful and that shows them in a bad image? Okay, because they they didn't change themselves and they keep doing what they have been doing, but you change your finances and you are better off. And sometimes that also is the reason why other people do not want you to become successful. And sometimes it's the belief issue when they want you to become successful, or they don't believe that this vehicle is the right vehicle for you to be successful. Okay, this may happen as well. So
Yes.
it's very, very important then to associate with the people who are like-minded, who are just like you, who are going somewhere in their life. They have a dream in their heart. They want to change their future as well, and they are not happy with that mediocrity of going to job, coming back, going to job, doing that same rot, same thing for 30, 40, 50 years, and then retire, and then send their kids to do the same thing, go study, and then go to the uni and go work for somebody else 30, 40, 50 years, and then they retire. And generation after generation, that mediocrity of middle class. Okay, we born middle class, dying middle class, next generation born middle class, die middle class. So if you want, then you can change that cycle. Okay, so now let's talk about the business building activity. We discussed about self-building activity. Now we'll briefly discuss about the business building activities. Okay. Now, if you remember, we discussed about it in our last conversation as well. We are in this in the business, okay, and the business activities. Right? What exactly we do? We do three things, only three things. Okay. What are the three things? If you remember, anyone? Let's test Hester. Hester, do you still remember three things we do in our business?
Yeah.
This is testing time. What
Three
exactly?
things.
Three things. Very simple business. Three things.
Three
Or little
things.
time to think. What about Christopher? We discussed it yesterday. Let's see Christopher remembers or not. Three things. Come on, Christopher. Let's
One
see.
is you have one is first three things. First one is the whatever first three things is the whatever you get the knowledge, you have to always advise others about the good product or about the good whatever product you are selling, or about your knowledge also.
Your line is bit bad, Christopher. Okay, Kevin, did you hear that? What are the three things? Did he say any of these three points?
He said if whatever people
Knowledge. He said knowledge. He said knowledge.
He said
Whatever
knowledge.
knowledge you get, you have to uh, try to gather
yeah, pass it on,
and
share the knowledge.
yes, yes.
Okay. Anyone else? Let's ask Kevin or Arusha. What are the three things? Three business activities. Only three things you do. Business activities. Three things.
By ourselves usage, share and learning.
Shop,
One.
share and learn. Shop, share and learn.
Okay. Okay. So let me just tell you again. The three things what we do in our business is first we shop. That means self usage. Whatever I want, I buy it from my own business instead of buying it from outside. Okay. Second thing is I sell, that means retailing. Okay. I buy products for myself. I retail, that means I sell products to others. Okay. And the third thing, I build teams. That means I help other people to do the same thing what I do. Okay. Three things. Buying products for myself, helping people who want the products, these are the customers. And the third thing is building teams. Self usage, retail volume, team building. These are the three pillars. These are the three things you will be doing in this business, business activities wise. These are the only things. So what am I doing if this is if this is a business activities? What am I doing? What activities I am doing now? Am I self using any products now? No. Am I retailing any products now? No. What am I doing now? Is a third activity I'm doing. Okay, that is team building. Okay, so business activities, only three things. Okay, either you will be doing some product demonstration. Okay, or you order products and I'll be using that product. Okay, or I'll be doing this team building activity. So these are the three business activities we do. Okay, so now what I'll be briefly covering before we wrap up today is the last activity. Okay, last means, okay, out of these three, the third one. Okay, this is my in no order, like this is first, second, third, it's no order. Okay, how do you build teams? Okay, because self usage is something you don't have to learn. Okay, what does that mean? So that means you don't have to learn how to brush the teeth. I don't have to learn how to how to take or how to apply soap, or how to put shampoo. Okay, or how to do dishes. Okay, I don't have to learn because we are already doing it. So self usage is something which I just change my buying location. I see what if I like the products or not, instead of supporting big bazaar. If I support my own business, okay, so I have 30 days money back guarantee anyway, so I can do that. Okay, so that is the first thing. Self usage is something I don't have to learn that. Okay, once I use it, then I'll find out whether I like the products or not. Second thing is about retailing or selling the product. That means, how do you sell products? We don't sell, but we share the products. Okay, that means share the benefits of the products to others. Okay, so that is something as well you will come to learn. Okay, we did in a couple of we call it a grand opening, where you invite your friends and family members online, and we share the product knowledge and identify their problem. For example, Heston was asking about a product called salmon omega 3. Okay, exactly same. A lot of people have a lot of problems which we help. We in this process we help them to resolve those problems. Okay, so that is in the process we create customers. But the third thing which is extremely important is I do a small business turnover, but I help other people to do the same thing. Okay, so that is called the team building activity. Okay, so that team building, how do you build teams? Okay, so that is something we just briefly discussed. So let's go back to the original sort of what we discussed earlier. How do you make one your mind should be very clear. How do I make 1 lakh rupees per month income? Clear. I do a small business turnover. I help other people to do the same business, help business turnover. When my business total turnover is 10,000 points, that is 8 lakh rupees of turnover. When my business team does, then I make 1 lakh rupees per month income. Very simple. Okay. How how exactly I break it down, breaking it down again. If you want to note it down again, note it down, guys. You have to remember that business volume, how is that generated? How can you make one? Because target should be 1 lakh rupees. That's it. 1 lakh rupees per month. That is what I want to make in this business in 1 year time. 1 lakh rupees. So when you have that in clear, so crystal clear should be okay. My target is to figure out how do I make a business turnover of 200 points of turnover I need to create. Okay. And how do I create that turnover? Doing two things. So out of the three things, if I do two things, out of those, I can create that 200 points business turnover. What exactly I do? Self-usage and then retailing. Okay, 200 PV. Is that, do I have to do 200 PV? Can it be 0 PV? Can it be 10 PV? It could be any PV. But your target should be, I have to master, I have to learn how to make 200 PV. What is 200 PV? 200 times 80. Okay, so that means around 16,000. 16,000 rupees of business turnover or sales. Oh, do I have to sell 16,000 rupees of products to anyone? No, again. Let's go back again. How do you create that? Two things: personal usage and helping other people with their problems. Personal usage, shampoo, instead of buying outside, you buy it from your own business. Do I have to buy shampoo from my own business? Again, you don't have to. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to make money. It's all up to us or to me. Nobody can force me. But you just have to be crystal clear in mind what exactly I am doing in this business. Okay, 200 PV is my target. 200 PV. When I do 200 PV, when I have a team doing the same thing. How big a team? If I have a team of 50 people doing that 200 PV, 50 times 200 equal to how much? 10,000 PV. So that has to be very clear. So that means that is when I make 1 lakh rupees monthly income. Crystal clear. 1 lakh rupees means 10,000 points. 10,000 points means 8 lakh rupees. 8 lakh rupees of turnover I need to make. 8 lakh rupees of sales. That means I do 200. I have a team of people. How many team members? 50 people team. Okay. Now it's clear. Me 200. That's hard to figure out. How do you do that? Personal usage, whatever I want from outside, I buy it for my own business. Instead of giving the money to my doctor on healthcare, I just prevent the diseases, and I just take care of my own self. Now I help other people to take care of their own health, so that you know they don't get into the hospital. So I help other people. So then 200 PV is a target. Okay, again, how do you do that? How do you create that? We'll help you, don't worry about it. Okay, we have something called grand opening, where we invite friends and family members, we share the products knowledge with them, and help them to identify their problem, and you will create some sales as well. Okay, helping, reaching out to other people. Okay, so that's the one thing I know you'll be learning. Social selling, on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on other like TikTok. I think TikTok is banned in India now. But the Twitter, so many social media. You just have to pick up one, and you can create volume. This is not a humongous volume. 16,000 rupees of turnover in a whole month in a small pawn shop. In Goa, if you go, they may be doing 16,000 rupees of business turnover in every 5-10 days. In our business, if you do that in a whole month, you will be filthy rich. 16,000 and you are filthy rich. Yes. When you do that, then you help other people. How many people you are helping them? Well, when you have a team means if it's an organization you are building, it's a team. Team of how many? 50 people. 50 times 200 equal 10,000. Now, 50 people, am I going looking for 50 people now? Not really again. No, 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 no. You are not looking for 50 people. What we are looking, we work as a team. Okay. Now, who is doing the talking? I am doing the talking, not Kevin, not Arusha. I am doing the talking. Why? Because we are one team. Okay. So that means you are working we are all working as a team to help each other. Okay, because I know few things. I am a bit older in this business. I am helping you guys. When you are older in this business, you help other people who are younger in this business as well. That is as easy as that. Okay, so are you looking for the 50 people? No. If you remember again, what you are looking for is we will help you to identify three. How many? Three, not 50, but three business partners in next 3 months' time. Three business partners. Who are the business partners? People in your friend circle who are looking to better their life. That is what we are looking for. Who are the people? People who are looking to for a betterment of their life. They want to change their life. They are they are not happy with where they are. They also want to have that 1 lakh rupees per month income, if not more. Okay. Do you think there are people out there? Absolutely. Okay. Do they have to give up their job? Not really. Do they have to give up their family commitment? Not really. Okay. So in their spare time, okay, so you are identifying three partners in the next how many months? 3 months time. Well, that is dead slow. Okay. But these three people, then we will help them to grow the team. Okay. Then they grow. And then eventually we will have six. Our target is to have six people. Okay. Six business partners. And those six will lead you to a team of 50 people. That means once you identify someone, let's take for an example, Heston gets started. Heston's friend John gets started with the business. What we need to do? We need to help John to help him to grow his business further. Okay, and then Heston identifies, let's say Joe, and then Joe, we help Joe to grow it further. Now Chris comes, and Christopher also, bringing, his friend into the business, and then what we do? We help him to grow. That's what we do. We create team. And how do you build a team? Okay, what is the process of building a team? So, how do you identify? That is a process there as well. Okay, so the process of identifying your business partners. Okay, so we call it a let me just share. I don't know whether I had shared it with you guys earlier, but this PDF file will give you that information where you will be able to find out about the 1 minute. I'm just looking for uh, this file. Okay, so I'll be sharing that as well with you in a minute, but let me just share. So this is the file which will give you a brief of how exactly you are going to identify the business partners. Okay, that we said that three people in the next 3 months time, and then eventually we are talking about six people in a year's time. Okay, by the time you next year this time we are targeting for you to go platinum, that is go to make 1 lakh rupees per month income in 1 year time, 2022 May. You should be making that 1 lakh rupees. That should be the target. That has to be crystal clear. Okay. Is there a guarantee that you will be making that kind of an income in next year this time? There is no guarantee. The only person who can guarantee is your work ethics, is my work ethics. If I am willing to work the hardest, okay, I am focused, definitely I can even reach that much before that. If I'm not focused, I may not reach there at all. But this is the process to follow. Okay, what is the process? It's a very simple process. We call it the qualification process. That means you qualify people. You are not convincing people, because a lot of times we say that, okay, I don't know how to convince people. How many people I have to convince? We are not convincing anyone. Okay, the only person who you will be convincing in this business is yourself. I convince myself every day that I will be successful in this business. Okay, I will build it. There's only one person. I don't convince anybody else at all. Okay, same for you as well. You are not convincing anyone. Why? Because if somebody doesn't want to make money to change their finances, you cannot do anything, okay, about his or her finances. If somebody doesn't want to be healthy, doesn't matter how hard you want that person to be healthy, you cannot. So We don't worry about others, but what I worry about is myself. When I take care of myself, I take care of my own discipline of working, everything else is taken care of. Okay. So first thing we say is that masawa, we call it a masawa, making someone aware of what is available. What does that mean? First thing is we suggest is to make a list of your friends first. Okay, making a list. Okay, now making a list. I don't know whether Kevin has shared. Kevin, did you manage to share that list building template by any chance?
No, I didn't share that this, but I told them already. I think Heshan has already done, but Christopher is yet to do. I
All
think he
right.
had done the dreams, but the contact list he has yet to
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Please
so
go
there
ahead.
is, there is a way you can build your own list. That means, so list is what? List is all the people who you know. Because we discussed about your, dream list. Exactly the same way, you just have to make a list of your friends and family members. Okay. Now, these are the people who, are in your mobile phone book. Okay. So you just have to put, take the name out and, put them in a piece of paper. Okay. So let me just share with you, let's building kind of a quick template so that you understand how we do it. Okay. So this is a template. Okay. I would suggest that you can do it or take a note, or I can share that link as well. So this is how I put it together. Okay. First column is serial number, name, telephone number, location, type, comment, source, where do I get it from? And then what we do is we just analyze the type based on the location and the and the relationship. Okay, what does that mean? Let's take an example. You have someone, this is an example of, someone, let's say in Goa. Let's say you have, a friend called Charlie. Okay, who dropped off? Is that Christopher? You are there? I think Christopher dropped off. Okay, so let's say Charlie is there. Okay, so if Charlie is there, then what do I do? Is, I put Charlie's name. Okay, Charlie is there means Charlie's where is he? So that means I'll get hold of your mobile phone book. Okay, my mobile phone contact list, and put all the people in this list. Okay, you'll always find that it will become an alphabetic order. Why? Because your mobile phone contact list is in alphabetic order. Okay, so just A B C D, and then your telephone number, location, okay, wherever they are. Okay, so let's say Charlie is in Goa. Okay, you put in Goa there. Okay, and then Charlie's telephone number is, let's say, whatever that number is, you put it in there. Okay, now leave this comment column there blank. Okay, and let's talk about the type. Okay, okay, who dropped? Okay, so the type is where? Type is based on the location and relationship. Location, what is the location? Is Charlie in locally in Goa? Is a yes. Okay, so based on the location, we split it up in the local, national, and international. Okay, Charlie is local. Okay, so I know that it's a local guy. Okay, now based on the relationship, I split it up as well. Okay, Charlie, how do I know Charlie? Well, Charlie is a good friend. I call it a list. Okay, now Charlie is an acquaintance. Acquaintance means what? Acquaintance is an English word, which I took a bit of a time to understand. But acquaintance is somebody which is not very good friend, but I have a different kind of relationship with that person. Like, let's take an example: the doctor's clinic which you visit. Doctor is an acquaintance for you. Okay, and let's say your gym instructor is an acquaintance for you. Okay, so people who you know by face, but they are not kind of, your close friend. Okay, so those are your acquaintances. And then strangers. Okay, strangers are the people probably on the ship itself you met someone. Okay, you happen to exchange the number. Okay, that's a stranger. But you have his number, so you put it down all those names, and then I just tag it based on their location and relationship. For example, let's say Goa. The Charlie is in Goa and he's a A list. That means a close friend. I put A, and he's a locally here in Goa, so local. So I put AL there. Okay. Let's say you have a friend. Okay. Let's say what is that? Leslie. Okay. Let's say Leslie is in Leslie's number is whatever, and Leslie is in the USA. Okay. Now put it there, and then Leslie is probably your close friend. Let's say he's A list, but location wise, where is he? He is in international, so you put A and I there. Now, why do I put that type there? Let me just explain you now. So the reason why I put these is to find out who are the people I am going to contact first. Okay. Contact about what? Contact to talk to him or her about business opportunity. Okay. So because I'm trying to create an organization, build a business, and that is what I'm going to do. Okay. So get hold of your mobile phone book and put all the name in a piece of paper or an Excel sheet or a Google sheet like this. Okay. This is a Google sheet. Okay. This is free. You just have to do it online. Okay. And social media, you are connected with any friends on Facebook, put it then and there. And the last thing is the family tree. Get hold of your family tree, make a family tree like this. Okay. So what is the family tree and how do you do it? Okay. Let's say you are here and we are all born to a mom and a dad. So mother, mom, and dad. Okay. Now you may have siblings. Okay, your sister, brother, whoever are there. Okay, so they are kind of your siblings here. Okay, so what you know are doing is, let's for example, you have a brother. Okay, put brother's name there, sister name there, and then you put, let's say, your mom. Mom has how many sisters? Okay, your kind of aunties, if you call them aunties, your maternal aunties or maternal uncles and paternal uncles. So you just put everyone in there, your maternal and paternal, mother side and father side, all their brothers and sisters, and then what? And their kids. That's one example. Your mom's brother has three kids. Just put their names there. Okay. So these are, what happens here is, this is your own first cousins. This is a list of your first cousins. Okay. Then these are the people who you are going to share the opportunity as well. Okay. And then your neighbor and all those people as well comes in there. So this is the list building template, guys. So you need to get hold of a piece of paper and do this exercise. Okay. So that you have, so that you know about the people who you can talk to. Okay. And after you put all this together, then what do I do? I just filter it. Okay, so I just filter it, data, and create filter. And what do I do? I first target all the people who are A list, that means close friends, and they are living locally. Okay, so AL. Okay, so what I do, I just put in there. So now I know Charlie is the person I need to contact first. And then let's take an example, all the areas after local, then I move on to international. Okay, national means in India, but outside Goa. Okay, is there anyone? Let's say this is the guy. Okay, just put that name in there as well. Okay, now let's say somebody is international. Okay, Kevin recently just started his business in the UK. So um, so he identified someone in the UK, and this is international AI. Okay, so do this exercise, which is very very important for you to identify the people who are our kind of raw material for your business. Okay, now once you do that, then you do follow this process of going through this sort of a filtration. That means, what do we do in nutshell? Very simple terms. Do not get confused with all. A lot of words are written there or sentences are written there. Don't have to worry about it. Very simple terms. What we do is first I DTM. What is DTM? Drop the masses. Okay. I talk to them, drop the message, and talk to them. I check their interest, whether they are open minded. Okay. Express your willingness to potentially open the door for them for mentorship. That means I'm just checking if they are open for any business ideas, they want to do something in their life, or they are very close minded. Okay, so asking some questions. How do you ask the questions? We'll discuss about it later. It's not a topic of discussion today, but we'll discuss about it in detail later. Meet and greet is another next time after I check. For example, I have a friend called John. I check that. Okay, whether he is open-minded or not. How do I check? Hey John, I recently got started an amazing business opportunity. I'm really excited and passionate about it, which I am building, alongside my career, alongside my family commitment. I'm really excited. I'm just looking forward to create a humongous success and make a lot of money out of it. Hey, John. Then I just tell him, hey John, are you also open-minded? Are you also looking to do something like myself, or you are kind of happy with what you are doing? What happens? John says, no, I'm really keen. Tell me, what is it all about? I would love to know what are you up to now. So John may tell you that. When he asks you, then what do? You lead him to a meet and greet one. Meet and greet one is when you connect and talk to him and share with him briefly about what the project we are working on. So there are two steps. Okay, we call it a meet and greet one, meet and greet in two. But in nutshell, what we do is we just share the knowledge and information briefly, very briefly, high level, to check whether that person is looking or not. If he says yes, then we take them to the next level of sharing the business opportunity with them. And then if is interested to get started into the business, we launch him or her into the business. So this is what we follow to identify our business partners. Okay, so I think we'll be concluding here because I have another meeting, or rather Mansi has got another meeting. So we'll